Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Diary of a Startup Girl. Today I will be narrating GTP, the Ghana Textile Company. It was a former and iconic textile company in West Africa. It rose to become an iconic dominance brand in the whole of Africa. GTP Textile was a brand that every African mother took pride in possessing in their wardrobe. It got to a stage that an African woman felt incomplete if she didn't have a piece of a GTP Ankara or a GTP product. Today, we'll be looking at how the company arose to become a dominance in the whole of Africa, how it became an household name, and how it eventually declined due to market shifts, policy failures, and globalization. Do not forget to follow this channel, like, subscribe, comment, and share to your friends because together we grow up in building African startup that will rise up to become giants in businesses in the future. Come with me as we dive deep. Founded in 1966, GTP emerged during Ghana's post-independence industrialization era. It was backed by a vision to create homegrown industries that could fuel economic freedom. With partial ownership by Ghana's government and partnership with Dutch textile giant Velisco, GTP became one of Africa's most prominent textile manufacturers. GTP quickly became the heartbeat of Africa fashion. Its vibrant wax prints weren't just fabric, they were symbols of identity, tradition, and storytelling. Each design told a story, from proverbs and politics to marriage and motherhood. GTP's success was built on a vertically integrated model, from raw cotton processing to dyeing, pattern printing, and distribution. The company employed thousands with deep ties to local cotton farmers, retailers, and designers. It promoted a proud made in Ghana's message. The key business strengths of GTP were: number one, in-house production and printing; two, local market control and export potential; three, strong brand loyalty in Ghana and West Africa; four, backed by cultural relevance and, and social value. By the late 1970s and the early 1980s, GTP was at its peak. It produced millions of yards of fabric each year. Its designs became fashion statements for the middle class, school uniforms, ceremonial wears, and more. The company exported to neighboring countries and employed over 3,000 Ghanaians. But glory fades fast when policy falters and competition floods the market. In the 1990s, Ghana began liberalizing its economy. With trade barriers lifted, the textile market was exposed to foreign competition. Enter the Asian imports, especially from China, cheaper, faster, and with counterfeit GTP designs. This imitation undercut GTP's pricing, flooded the market, and eroded consumers' trust. GTP, known for quality, couldn't compete on cost. The very designs it pioneered were now replicated and sold for fraction of the price. Beyond external pressures, internal missteps weakened GTP further. Outdated machinery, rising operational costs, power shortages, declining cotton production in Ghana, the management struggles. These were the weaknesses that contributed to the downfall of GTP. One, inability to modernize fast enough. Two, overdependence on government protection. Three, limited investment in digital and global expansion. Then four, weak intellectual property enforcement in Ghana. By the early 2000s, GTB had shrunk significantly. Thousands of workers were laid off, production lines were silent, and a cultural icon began to fade. In 2004, GTP was acquired by Velisco Group, the same Dutch company that once helped it thrive. Attempts were made to revive the brand with new collections, modern marketing, and design collaboration. Though GTP still exists today, it is a shadow of its former self. Its brand survives, but its dominance is gone. What are the lessons we could learn from the fall of GTP? Number one, globalization demands innovation, not nostalgia. Cultural relevance must be paired with business resilience. Governments must protect intellectual property and invest in industrial infrastructure. Legacy brand must adapt to modern supply chains and consumer tastes. The story of GTP is not just a Ghanaian failure, but an African lesson, a cautionary tale of what happens when heritage meets unchecked globalization. Yet, in the hands of new creators, the spirit of GTP prints lives still on. In fashion shows, in streetwears, in artwork, on global stages all over the world. Even though the brand name might have changed to Velisco, but its impact, its heart still lives on till today. I believe you have learned as startup that as you are preparing your businesses and working hard to make it grow, do not forget to have strategies in place that will put your business at the global stage. It's the global world. Globalization is inevitable for businesses that are aspiring to become top or successful or brand names in the world. Put in place strategies that are favorable to give your business a shot in the global world and give it a stand as well in the global world. Thank you so much for spending time with me. See you again on another episode of the Diary of a Startup Girl. Bye.